Hey, how y'all doing today? It's Saturday Sabbath. Yay! Saturday Sabbath. And I always be repeating myself, but I believe God's Sabbath is on a Saturday. His presence is mostly felt on a Saturday, as opposed to any other day. If I get a word or a vision, it is on a Saturday. It's extremely significant, way more significant than the other visions. But he'll come doing the other vision too. But when it's a Saturday, I take height. It's hiding. My senses are magnified on Saturday. So if I see or hear anything on Saturday, everything just magnified, y'all. So yeah, today is the Saturday Sabbath. Y'all gonna know what the date is. Shoot, I should have looked at the date. Well, my birthday was Thursday. So my birthday was on the 6th. What's the day? Saturday, Thursday, 6th. So if Thursday was the 6th, Friday was the 7th, Saturday is the 8th. So today is July the 8th, y'all. Yeah, how y'all doing though? Everybody good? Okay, that's what's up. I was just gonna speak quickly on, you know, what I really been like, what's been like, what I've been seeing. Cause see, part of me saying prophecies is I had to get confirmation for everything I speak. So when I speak something, the confirmation closes the prophecy. Basically, the confirmation is what closed the prophecy. So me just telling you this, telling you that, or speaking this, speaking that means the prophecy is kind of like open. You know how you deal with like a case, like cold case file, like a case, and you have to close your case. Where when the confirmation comes, my cases are closed. My prophecies are closed at that point. So everything I speak, it's still open. It's still an open case until it manifests, and then I get confirmation and the case is closed. So that's how it worked for me, being in the prophetic. And also, so I had did a video where I was speaking on all these motorcycle accidents and, car accidents. It just saying that, spirit of death has been released in the streets. And a lot of people, if you're not in the spiritual, you're not going to even understand what I'm saying when I say that. But if you in the spiritual and you prophetic, you know exactly what I'm saying when I say that. So if you're not in the spiritual, it's no way I can make you understand something, because you're using your carnal mind to try to understand something that I'm speaking this spirit. So it's no way you're gonna be able to understand what I'm saying. And there's no way I can break that down to you for you to understand what I'm saying. But I'm just sending you the warning. Even if you don't understand, I'm sending the warning to get out the way. Basically, I'm just saying, even if you don't understand the concept and dynamics of what's going on right now, based on what I see in the spiritual realm with my spiritual eyes, just get out the way. Basically, in so many words, that's all I'm trying to tell the people to do. And do what you want to do with the information, because it don't impact me. It's just to better help you with what you got going on. It's just to better equip you, because we good. God gonna have us 10 steps ahead, so I'm good. So I ain't stressing. I'm just sending the word out for those that may not be knowledgeable, may not know what's going on, may be lost. I might send the word out, hey, you might need to do this, you might not need to do that. And if you want to act on faith based on what I told you, then you will be protected. So that's how it works. So yeah, so basically, when I speak something, everything I speak starts shooting in my news feed at that point. So the confirmations confirm me. So when I speak something, every confirmation gonna confirm me. So if I spoke something to somebody or said something to somebody and it's in the prophetic, when whatever happened manifest, you will find me and tell me whatever it was I told you. So that's how it is. So when I speak about like the motorcycles and all that, when I speak about all that stuff and all the accidents and stuff, I get all these news, like everything in my news feed is gonna be dealing with a death of motorcycle. It's gonna be dealing with a death of motorcycle, because it has to confirm everything that was spoken. That's how the prophecy works, and that's how the prophecy works. So I have to post to give confirmation, to let everybody know this has already been spoken. So whenever I see a motorcycle death, and if it shoot to my news feed, I have to post it at that point, because what I have said has been spoken. So that's why you've been seeing a lot of reposts dealing with deaths involving motorcycles since I did that revelation. And you've been seeing a lot, you just been seeing a lot dealing with the motorcycle deaths. I told you it was an increase in motorcycle deaths. And it was specifically targeted for motorcycle deaths. So that's why I was like, you ride a motorcycle, get out the street. And all I can do is send a warning, because the warning been sent to me. And you do what you want to do with the information. But if God sent a warning out, get out his way. That's all I'm saying in so many words. If God then sent his wrath, which is his anger. And you know how, like, when your mom and daddy, when they angry and they finna get ready to whoop you, it's nothing you can say your mama and daddy when they in that state of mind. You know how, like, when they get to the point where you done just did so much and they get to the point where they finna physically whoop you and discipline you for what you did, you can't, it's nothing you can do or say to your mama and daddy at that point to plead your case with them and just say, oh, mama, I'm sorry. Like, it's nothing you can do. Same way with God. When his wrath comes, it's nothing you can do or say at that point. I don't think you can do it. I don't think I suggest for any and everybody is get out the way of his wrath. Get out the way of his wrath. And that includes me. So when his wrath comes, I'm trying to just barricade and be in a safe place. Just go find a safe place. When he gets to that state, and I'm just talking about, and I'm using the analogy of your physical parents. When they get to the point where they got that belt and they about to whoop you, it's nothing you can say to them once they put a belt in their hand and they about to whoop you. So your best option is just get out their way. And it's the same concept with God. When he gets to a point where it's his wrath and he's driven by his wrath, it just get out his way and just find a safe place. And so that's all I'm saying. Dealing with that, dealing with those accidents, y'all. Dealing with what he showed me so I could tell y'all. So it don't have to be a total loss for everybody that's on the motorcycle. Like, I'm sending the warnings. So if you take heed to what I'm saying, then you okay. So it won't be a total loss. Because, you know, I did a repost and I actually pinned that video. I did that video June the 5th. I shortened the video just to zoom in on what specifically we're dealing with, the motorcycles and the car accidents and just not being out here like that. I zoomed in specifically on this, so I cut the video short. But the original video is still posted for June 5th. Dealing with that. And if you look, everything behind June 5th, boom, it's accident, it's accident, it's accident. So that's what's going on. And if it's up to God now, sometimes he gets so mad. He want to just tear it all down and just rebuild. He want to just destroy everything going on, destroy everybody, everything. He don't even care. And just rebuild from that point. But he got righteous. He got his righteous dwelling in the midst of all this mess. And so that's why he's not going to destroy everything. So even when you go back to Noah, when he destroyed humankind, he saved Noah and his family because he felt like they were righteous. So he protected them. But everybody else died. And he don't care. God don't care if he got to knock it all down and rebuild it back up. Like, he just don't even care. And, you know, but because his righteous is dwelling in the midst of all this, he's not going to destroy everything. He just going to tell you get in a safe place and he finna do what he got to do and just get in your safe places so he can do what he got to do and get out his way. Because nobody is off limits to the punishments of his wrath. Nobody. So your best option for everybody, anybody, get out the way. When your mama and daddy mad and they pull out their belt, not only can you talk to them during that time, it's best to get out their way too. Get out their way when they at that state of mind. It's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can do or say to them at that point to get them to have a change of heart. Like, it's nothing. And God's the same way. And a while back, you know, I had told you all that God said he's removing himself from our city. He has removed himself from our city. He finally said he has removed. First he was saying he is going to remove himself. And I was just like, oh. And then when he said he has removed himself, I did videos on there too in the past. But it be so much in all these videos. I could just chop it down to like zoom in on specific stuff, but it'll be like a whole new video. But the original videos are already reposted. But he spoke on, and I did a post where I was talking about he leaving our city. So when he leave our city, y'all, it's going to be an increase in crime all the way around. Like, it's going to be lawlessness all the way around. When he removed himself from our city, and I never really experienced it, so I don't know the dynamics to the fullest, but It's finna be a lot of lawlessness, and it's just gonna be a lot of corruption and stuff like that going on. It's gonna be a lot of just crime against women going on. Like, it's finna be a crime increase in crime against women. Like, it's just finna be a lot going on, and behind everything. And I guess people just like, I don't know. I guess people not just taking it serious, but he gonna make you take it serious. Like, you gonna know when he get through doing whatever he doing. When he get through with his wrath and everything, like, you gonna be a believer. If you ain't a believer, you gonna be a believer behind everything. So everything is slowly escalating and brewing up, and stuff is slowly happening. So he released the angel. He released death in the streets, and that's why I say, if you ride motorcycles, stay out the streets, because he's already gave the command. He already has given his command for those who in the streets. That's why, like, even in car accidents, like, it's dangerous to being in a car accident, but it's even more dangerous if you on a motorcycle and you ride. So that's why I sent the video saying, just to kind of lay low. It's just a warning to lay low. Because that's what I'm doing right now, laying low. And people who I know that normally ride, a lot of them, who normally would jump on their bike. I recently talked to somebody, and that person was just saying that they don't even feel comfortable riding right now. And this is a person that always going out of town, always riding their bike. And this person right here was just like, they ain't just even been like led to even jump on their bike. And this ain't even nobody I even talked to dealing with prophecy or nothing. This is just randomly. This person is just speaking and saying that, this just ain't time to be on no bike. And this is from a person who rides bikes faithfully. So God, he's speaking to some people. I'm like, well, God, I see you speaking. You still kind of trying to get the word out through some to get up off their bikes if they ain't got to be on it. Because it's just bad all the way around out here in these streets. Especially if you ride a motorcycle, pair up with somebody. You pair up with somebody, you in an accident, at least somebody can report your accident. At least somebody, if you with somebody, if you riding with somebody and not riding alone, if something happened to you, as far as you being in an accident or somebody hitting you, it won't be no hit and run. And at least you could at least be that witness to whatever going on at that particular case. But if you riding alone out here and you involved in an accident, and the way these folks doing out here in Memphis, yeah, like, where we at, right? We in Memphis, right, y'all? Like, y'all know what we living in, right? Like, y'all do understand all this, right? Y'all do understand all this corruption and all this lawlessness that's going on right now in this city, right? So you choose to ride your bike by yourself, and you involved in an accident, you in a hit and run, ain't nobody gonna be able to identify the car, what hit you, nothing. You ain't better get the proper care. So that's why I said, if you ride motorcycles, pair up with somebody. Because that person could be your eyes and you could be their eyes while y'all on the road for safety reasons. But yeah. So that's all I gotta say dealing with that. Just God, he's sending his wrath. So just get out his way. He's sending his wrath. So get out his way. I'm right. I consider myself to be righteous. And guess what? I'm getting out of God's way because of his wrath. I ain't even trying to be in the midst of I ain't even trying to be in his way. Nowhere near in his way because of his wrath. So me, I'm trying to just find some place, be safe and barricade myself. I'm just trying to get to that safe place. And then he got to do what he got to do. So I'm just getting out his way so he can do whatever he need to do out here. Because God is getting to the point where he's going to make a believer out of you if you ain't a believer. He's going to make one out of you. And people is just constantly pressing and pushing his buttons. And then it's going to be the point of no return at that point. Like, it's going to get to the point of, it's just going to get to the point of no return. Right now, he just got so much mercy and showing so much grace. And he got so much patience. And people just feel like they getting over on him. You know how you use your kindness for weakness? That's how people do with God too. And they just use his kindness for weakness. And they just don't really understand what he all about. And you don't want to be around him with that wrath. Whenever he's sitting there around, you do not want to be around. Even with Noah, that was the perfect example. And he destroyed almost everything he created. He kept everything that was on the ark. So he like, okay, two of everything. So y'all could just kind of reproduce and stuff after I sent my wrath. But if he could just took it all down, rebuilt it, he would have did like that. But he got his righteous. Airplane. But he got his righteous dwelling among the wicked. And he has to place judgment on the wicked. So when he places judgment on the wicked, the righteous need to be in a safe place. The righteous need to barricade themselves and find them a safe place, because first when he plays judgment, he always judged the righteous first. So he judging his righteous. So we getting our blessings, all this good going on. After he judged his righteous, then judgment would come on the wicked at that point. And when judgment come on the wicked, because the righteous and wicked is intertwined and combined, the righteous need to get out the way and find them a safe place while he judge his wicked. Get out his way while he judge his wicked. But right now he judging his righteous. So now you're going to see the righteous get blessed. You're going to see all this stuff go on with the righteous, because judgment has been placed on the righteous. But just know, right after he judged the righteous, it's time to judge the wicked. And it ain't gonna be too pretty with what he got to do as far as like when he dealing with the wicked. So just get out his way, y'all. Just get out his way. God, is there anything else I need to say? It's Saturday Sabbath, God. Is there anything else that I need to say? I'm doing this video. The only thing calling me is dealing with these motorcycle accidents, your wrath, and getting out the way. Is there anything else that needs to be said in this video? I'm trying to send a warning to help anybody that, because I know you really don't want to do what you got to do, but you got to do what you got to do. So I understand it too. So I'm just trying to get out the way out here. And in the midst of you just doing what you got to do to deal with these stiff-necked, hard-headed people out here, is anything that need to be said right now? Dog, y'all, my ice right here. It's so tempting. Dog, I'm going to have to eat it in front of y'all on camera. Guys, is there anything else that need to be said? Is there anything else I need to say? I keep trying to send the warnings. I keep trying to let people know that you have left our city. Your spirit has left our city. It's finna be a lot of lawlessness. It's finna be a lot of corruption. It's gonna be a lot of more deaths. When he remove himself, you're gonna see a whole lot more evil that just occurs naturally behind it. And he has left our city. Whether people want to accept, believe it or not, I'm just telling you what it is. And just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of the fact that, yeah. So it's just gonna be way more. And just get out the way out here, because these people, they're reckless. Like, if you look at just what they doing, especially in Memphis, like, they just don't value life. Like, they just have no value for life right now. And I value life. I got kids to come home to. So when I go to the store, I expect to come home to my kids. I expect to go to the store, get what I need to get, and come home to my kids. But if you're on the road and you're surrounded by people who do not care about life, if they don't care about their own life, they sure don't care about your life. Get out these folks' way. These folks that got the mindset that they don't even care about life and they don't value life, that's a very dangerous environment to be around, because now your life is at risk. So if they don't value their life, they sure don't value your life. So now your life is in danger. You at risk just by being around them. So try to get out these folks' way out here, y'all. These people is just reckless. And people laughing like it's a joke. But that joke gonna end up costing you your life. And then it ain't gonna be funny. Then everybody gonna be crying. Talking about, I need to go fund me and all this other stuff. Just for making foolish choices. It's time to be wise. It's time to be wise during this time. Making foolish choices, you're going to have foolish results and foolish consequences behind it. And you're going to have foolish results. You're going to have foolish consequences. Foolish consequences. You're going to have consequences behind your actions. If you make foolish choices, you're going to have the results that come behind it. And you might not have a second chance to get it right and correct it. That one choice you made might be the last choice that you made. So just be mindful. Be mindful that there's really people out here, that there are really people out here that really, just don't value life. And they really just take it for a joke. Like the grace that God has given us to live every day, to wake up and breathe every day, that's a gift from God. That's through His grace. And people just don't even see the little things to be grateful for, which is even being alive to see the next day. And the way that they're like just reckless out here with something so precious, something as precious as life, and it can just all be taken away in a split second. But people just make a foolish choice, and then if you want to make a foolish choice, go on down the street somewhere and do that and make them choices down there. Don't surround yourself around me and then try to do something dumb and stupid and put me at risk. See, that would really make me mad. It's like you want to be dumb and stupid. Okay, be dumb and stupid, but get away from me with it. Like, just get away from me with it. Because, like I said, while you up there being just putting on the show, that might be the last show you end up putting on for everybody. And it probably cost you your life. And I ain't trying to be in the mix of none of that. So just get away from me with all of that. Just all together. Just get away from me all together with all that. So that's just how I feel on the whole situation. That's how I feel about the situation. Like, I'm just like, get away from me. Y'all got this authority and this boldness on me. And if somebody just really want to be dumb around me, yeah, they gonna get their feelings hurt. So I just be like, just get away from me, because I know how I am. And if you doing something, it get me to a point, like, I try to just keep the peace. I even be praying, like, God, give me peace, because I don't even want to, I'm really just kind of trying to walk like Christ, and I just want people to see Christ when they see me. Like, I'm trying to walk that walk. But these folks is pushing my buttons out here right now. And I really ain't got time for it. So I'm like, you come this way, the way I'm feeling, you're going to get your feelings hurt. My words, all I got to do is just start talking. My words going to make you just break down and cry. Like, I'm just going to talk so bad. I'm talk so bad. Like, I ain't even got to do nothing physical. Like, you just come this way with that stupidity. You come this way with that stupidity. Like, it just, yeah. That's why I don't even be feeling no kind of way. Like, I don't even have no remorse. Like, it just like, you know better, you do better. That's just how I feel. You know better, you do better. Then you involve all these other innocent people in your reckless behavior. And I can't feel no kind of way behind it. Just get away from me. If you want to act like that down there somewhere. Just get away from me with all that. Because I got kids to come home to. And that's just my mindset about the whole situation. Yeah. So, yeah, y'all, be blessed. Get out the way. You're going to see an increase in there. With everything, it's a lot of stuff attached to him saying he leaving our city. He has left our city. And you might not be, like, aware, but I'm aware of it. So I'm just telling y'all to, if you see something ain't right, you see some people, they acting really, get out them for a way. Because get what? You factored into this equation. And your life, you being an innocent bystander, you are factored into the equation. Whether you feel like you in the equation or not, because God gave me a vision. I did this vision about 2-3 years ago, and it's posted about the innocent bystander. And from the angle that God showed me, it was like, it was two people that were arguing or whatever. And it was like a lot of innocent people around these two people that were arguing. But the two people that were arguing, they was kind of protected because they already knew the dynamics of what was going on. And the innocent bystanders, they was lost. Like, they weren't aware they surround. They weren't aware that you got these two rival gangs that's in tour with each other. So they in the midst, they like in the crossfire of these two gangs that's rivalries against each other. So who do you think out of the two rivalry gangs and the innocent bystanders that's in the middle of all this, just doing stuff that they supposed to be doing, but they not even aware of the war that's going on with these two rival gangs? Who you think was the most at risk in their vision? It was the innocent bystander. So from the angle God showed me, the innocent bystanders is the most at risk right now. So y'all just get in a safe place. Try to be aware of your surroundings. Try to look out. If you see something ain't right, or you see some people acting funny, acting weird, doing some dumb stuff, being reckless, get out them folks' way, because if you're in the position of an innocent bystander, you're the target. And God showed me that too. So you're actually the target, not them. They the distraction, you the target. So that's why most of the time when people get to shooting, they always be the innocent bystander at the end of dead. You the target. You really is the spiritual target, not them. They just a distraction. You think they going back and forth. You on the sideline watching them. They get to shooting. Guess where the bullet gonna land? And guess where the bullet gonna shoot to? They gonna go straight to you, the innocent bystander. They're sitting on the sideline watching. They feel like they ain't even a part of what's going on. You is factored into the equation. Spiritually looking down on the situation, you is factored into the equation. Actually, the target is for you, and they just a distraction. And you think that you safe, and they at war, and they in tour with each other, not knowing you the one that's the target of the whole picture. So y'all be safe out here, and I'll talk to y'all later. Enjoy y'all day. Get in y'all word. I'm speaking for myself too. Get a generator. It's finna be way more power outages. Get a generator. Get water. Get in your word. Get some hard copy Bibles. And that's all I gotta say on it. And y'all just enjoy your day.